Hi, my name is Misty and I'm a bookaholic. So if you watched my last vlog, you'll remember that that was book haul 1 of 3 because I clearly have a problem. I went on a little bit of a spending spree, and so that was a book closeouts haul, and the next haul is going to be a book closeouts haul. This is the in-between haul of everything else. I think I will start with things that came from publishers. I got a shiny mailer in my mailbox, and you know how I love when that happens because a shiny bubble mailer always means something awesome from Macmillan. In this case, that something awesome is Crewel by Jennifer Albin. Insert big happy face. This was highly anticipated, definitely on my wish list, because, as you'll remember from my book chat on buzzwords and deal breakers, anything that mentions the word weaving is heading straight to the top of the wish list. Doesn't really seem to matter in what capacity. In this case, the story involves a group of women called spinsters who can weave the threads of life and time. So not only do we have weaving, but we also have time slip and spinsters. And the award for awesome goes to Jennifer Albin. So there's still a pretty long wait on this one. Doesn't come out until mid-October, so definitely a long wait on this one. I will not be waiting that long to read it. I think I might put it in next month's TBR because I want to read it now. But I'll let you know what I think of it soon. But yeah, this one hits a lot of the buzzwords, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I've got some good anticipation worked up for this one. And yay for shiny mailers. From Walden Pond Press, I got a finished copy of The Hero's Guide to Saving Your Kingdom by Christopher Healy. I have an arc of this because I was part of the blog tour, and I also covered it for Fairy Tale Fortnight. And you may remember that I did my first author video interview with Chris here on this channel. I will link it. So yeah, I did a lot of stuff for this book, so as a thank you, they sent me a finished copy, which makes me excited because illustrations! It has such good illustrations, and I love the back. I love finally getting to see all of the characters in color. So it has illustrations worked throughout, sort of in the margins and on full pages, kind of in the style of the Spiderwick Chronicles. As a for instance, here is Troll. All trolls are named Troll, so this could be any troll. That was one of my favorite parts of the book. So there are illustrations throughout the book. Every couple pages there's a new illustration, and they're all pretty awesome. And to make it more awesome, it is signed to Misty. I wouldn't have gone on video for just anyone, you know. Thanks for all your support. And then it's signed by Christopher Healy. So that is pretty awesome. That also means that I have the arc of Hero's Guide, which I obviously don't need 2 copies, so it was just my neighbor's birthday. He just turned 8, and I'm thinking that would be perfect, so I think I'm going to pass that on to him. Thank you, Chris and Walden Pond Press, for being always awesome. Next up, to celebrate its 10th anniversary, Quirk Books sent me this little tote bag, and it has like a bunch of their titles on it, and they sent this in preparation for BEA. So if you took this with you to BEA and they spotted you carrying it around, they would give you goodies, which made me even sadder that I couldn't go to BEA. I mean, it was already crushing enough, and then they had to rub my face in it. It also came with a few posters about Quirk, little stats and things, a big version of what's on the tote bag, and a history of Quirk Books. So I thought that was pretty neat. Moving on, I got some lovely gifties. From Zoraida Cordova, the author of The Vicious Steep, I got a copy of Everneath by Brody Ashton. Look at that baby. This is a retelling of the Persephone story, which I love, so this was very high on my wish list. Definitely really excited for this one, and have heard really great reviews. I got this because Zoraida was doing this little promotional thing for The Vicious Steep, and this was my sort of thank you / prize for participating. And there should be more of that promotion coming, so I will definitely be talking more to you about The Vicious Steep, which is in stores and is about mermaids and is a male main character, which is awesome, and you should check it out. And I also got another awesome gift package from Liz of Consumed by Books, who I talk about a lot and is one of my favorite awesome people ever. She sent me 3 books with a little note that says, "Here is a gift containing one of each of the 3 things you love most. One fairy tale-esque book, a graphic novel, and an Austen retelling. I loved them all." So the fairy tale-esque book is Mirror Mirror by Marilyn Singer. Liz is studying to be a children's librarian right now, so picture book is no surprise, and I am not opposed to picture books at all, especially if they are awesome and about fairy tales. I have a lot of youth librarians that make me read picture books, and I'm okay with that. I mean, have you read A Bad Case of the Stripes? The graphic novel is Hereville, How Merca Got Her Sword by Barry Deutsch. This has been on my wish list for a while because that's an awesome title, and I've heard really good things about it, but I had never seen this tagline, and it's epic. It says, "Yet another troll-fighting 11-year-old Orthodox Jewish girl." How awesome a tagline is that? That's just so great. That makes me want to read it ASAP. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. And then the last book, which got a happy dance, was For Darkness Shows the Stars by Diana Peterfriend. This was going to be my next to buy. Like, the next time I walk into a store, if they had this, it was coming home with me. I am so geeked about this one. I had meant to request it because it sounds epic. It is a futuristic sci-fi retelling of Jane Austen's Persuasion. I kid you not. I already gave the Genius Award to Jennifer Albin, but this might be like a shared award this year because that is genius. I am so excited. I have been reading all of these. I've been skimming all of these awesome reviews. I don't read the full thing because I don't want any spoilers. But like, so many people are just rubbing it in my face that they're reading this. And obviously with Austen in August coming up, I needed to get my hands on this. And I was kicking myself for having forgotten to request it. So there was some very loud woohooing and some even more ridiculous happy dancing when I opened up the package, and this was the first thing I saw. So as always, Liz, you are incredible. You rock my socks. You are awesome sauce, my friend. Next, I bought 3 books from Better World Books, because clearly I don't have enough books. I felt the need to go and buy some. I bought Bloodhound by Tamara Pierce. This is book 2 in the Becca Cooper series. I haven't read the first book, Terrier, yet, because they're beastly. They're so big. But I really, really want to. I love Tamara Pierce, and I'm looking forward to the series, which I think takes more of a YA approach. A lot of her other ones tend to be sort of young YA, kind of middle grade. Not a fan of this cover, or the covers for the series in general. I mean, the little close-up is not bad, but why cover up most of the picture with these giant bands of color? Fever Crumb by Philip Reeve. This is, I want to say, like a prequel to his famous series. I don't remember what it's called, but this one appeals to me more than the rest of the series. Really can't wait to read this one. Fever Crumb is a name, by the way. The heroine's name, that's kind of awesome. Jane by April Lindner. I've heard mixed reviews. This is a retelling of Jane Eyre, but modern. But mostly I felt the need to have it because it looks like this. And because it's a retelling of Jane Eyre. I have the poster that goes along with this, so that justifies it, right? And lastly, but definitely not leastly, I went to a Fierce Reads signing at Schuler's Books in Lansing, which was awesome. Fierce Reads is Macmillan's teen push for the summer and features a lot of really cool debut authors, and it's a huge tour, especially for debut authors, so that was really neat. The books are Struck by Jennifer Bosworth, Of Poseidon by Anna Banks, Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo, and Monument 14 by Emmy Laybourne. They had this poster for all of them, and I got it signed by each of the authors, so that was cool. And they also had bookmarks for each of the books. So here is Shadow and Bone, here is Of Poseidon, here's Monument 14, and here's Struck, which has the best trailer ever, by the way. I'm going to link that right here because you should watch it. But anyway, as you probably know, I already had a copy of Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo, so we went to get this signed. Now, Lee was the last one. She was at the end of the table, and when I got down to her, she said, "Hey, I recognize you from your vlogs," which was, whoa. I've been recognized before wearing a name tag, like at ALA, people saying, "Oh, hey, you're the book rat," but just like me out in public for someone to say, "Oh, you, I know you," that was a little weird, especially for an author. But anyway, so here is the little signing, and it says, "To Misty, thank you for all you do for YA. Steel is earned." So I thought that was pretty amazing. And I have reviewed Shadow and Bone, by the way. You can check that out. I'll leave a link below. Now, I really wanted to get the other 3 ladies' books. However, I only really had the money for 2, so I kind of had to eeny, meeny, miny, moe it. So unfortunately, Monument 14 lost out, though I do fully intend to read it. Emmy was fabulous in the little panel that they did. She was really well spoken and very funny, and definitely made me want to read the book. But the two I got were Of Poseidon by Anna Banks, and there's her signature, big smiley face, and Struck by Jennifer Bosworth. I am so geeked for this. The trailer, man, I'm telling you. Here's Jennifer's signature. It says, "There is a storm coming." Jennifer also told fortunes, so she had a little deck of tarot cards with her and she told my fortune. That was pretty awesome. I'm going to do a little post about the signing, so I'll talk more about all of this. And of course, since we were at a bookstore, we had to check out all of the bargain books and YA section. Schuler's in Lansing is awesome, by the way. If you've never been, you should go if you're ever in the area. Really pretty full store. So out in the clearance section, they had a copy of Behemoth by Scott Westerfeld. This is the sequel to Leviathan, which I loved, and I've been meaning to pick up this book for the longest time, but I just, there were always other things to buy, and I knew I would get around to it eventually, and apparently I was just waiting for it to find me for $4. So that I could drop it on my floor and bend it. And then the other book I got was A Touch Mortal by Leah Clifford. Leah had been there for a signing earlier in the year, and so they still had some signed copies, which also had bookmarks in them for the next book, A Touch Morbid, so I thought that was neat. I didn't notice that until a few minutes ago. There is that one find. So that was all of my in-between books for book haul number 2. Book haul 3 is coming, which is more book closeouts books that are almost all from my wish list. I got a really great deal on them. And then I sort of placed a third order from them because they sent me an email like, "Hey, did you still want such and such?" I guess I must have accidentally deleted a couple of books from my cart that I didn't mean to, so then I had to go back and buy them, and a couple others. Not too many though, so that time. It's winding down. We're getting there. I will try to wait until both orders are here, but I might have to do book haul 3 and book haul 4, so. But you guys love book hauls, right? So that's all for me for now. I'm going to try to find a way to wedge these into my already crammed shelves, and I will see you soon for book haul 3. Happy reading!